catch.
Because I was like, wait, that is not what I was supposed to say.
Yeah, I would be typing the, come on, why aren't you seeing this? Yeah, it'll be at the bottom of there.
If it doesn't, someone just tell me what the questions are.
Yeah, well, the reason Chris is saying that is because he wants people to hear what the questions are.
Yeah.
Last time Cooper just shouted them from off camera and
Nobody heard it. So Dr. Knowlton was giving this very prosaic answer, and nobody knew what she was talking
and
about.
I was hidden over here. You know, we could see my angry face.
Yeah. Okay, friends, we can now go.
You can all right there.
Make yourselves comfortable. The seats are open as well as the.
Bring my makeup. I didn't bring my stage makeup.
And does anybody need a water? Anybody thirsty? No? Okay.
My name is Aaron Bonzalo. I go to Edge Middle School. My career subjects are probably science and math. And sports history and I thought there was another.
So when I'm talking, am I looking at you? When I'm talking?
Conversation.
Okay. All right, cool.
There's lots of rating and
So that's the camera that's really on you, but it's Well, hello and welcome to another edition of our monthly Facebook live chat. One of the many ways we keep you guys up to date with what's happening in Brave Nation. Don't forget that this will also be simulcast on our Community Braves network and will be available on demand on both Facebook and YouTube after the show wraps up. As you guys can see tonight, Dr. Knowlton is absent. Unfortunately, she had to leave the district today unexpectedly for a family emergency. I would ask that you guys really keep her in your thoughts and prayers. My name is Brian Ladd. I have the privilege of serving the district as the Assistant Superintendent for Curriculum and Instruction. I also serve as the supervisor over all of our elementary campuses. So I'm super excited to be here tonight to visit with our guest and talk about other topics. Tonight's topics and guests include the 2023-2024 Texas High School Principal of the Year, an update on the 24-25 calendar process, our Edge UIL competitors. We'll talk about Board Recognition Month and a skating class that's happening at Roderick Elementary. As always, we'll close out the show tonight by answering any questions that you might have. So please take time, submit your questions in the chat on the Facebook Live, and then always feel comfortable to send us an email if you would like at info@communityisd.org. Our first guest tonight is Dr. Chuck Ryan. He is our high school principal, and we're here to celebrate an award that Dr. Ryan won. So, Dr. Ryan, why don't you start just kind of telling the audience about who you are, your time in community, and how you've served the campuses, and a little bit about your time at Community High School.
All right, thank you very much. I appreciate you having me on tonight. So I am in my 8th year at Community. I started 8 years ago as a teacher and a coach. I was a head girls basketball coach, taught history, did that for 2 years, and then moved to Edge Middle School, where I served as the assistant principal and then as the building principal. And then the last 4 years, I have been at Community High School. And so it's really kind of become home for us, as we're former Oklahomans or Okies, and so we've been Texas transplants, and we've really loved it, loved the district, and loved the community, and just enjoyed being here these last few years.
Awesome. Thank you so much. What is it about Community ISD that you love so much?
I think it's number one, it's the kids, and I say it all the time. I think we have some of the best kids in the state, and you see our kids in the hallways and the way they act and the way they carry themselves, and even when they get in trouble, even when they do something wrong, they always handle themselves with the highest effort, and they're always you're always seeing the traits of a Brave, and you don't see that everywhere. Our staff is fantastic. The high school, the culture and the climate there is amazing, and that's an attribute to them, and they always show up, and no matter what we're faced with, what we've got going on, they hit it head on, and they're always willing to jump in and lend a hand.
Awesome. Well, you were recognized recently by TASSP for a pretty significant award. Why don't you tell the audience tonight, what is TASSP?
So that is it's an association. It's the Texas Association of Secondary School Principals, and so it's middle school and high school principals across the state. And it's an organization that is basically a support for principals. It's an organization you join, and they are their support for principals. And so what the award is you start off at the regional level, which our region is Region 10. You're nominated for that, and I was selected for the Region 10 principal. And then out of that, all of the regions are come together, and they select finalists. There's 3 finalists selected for high school, 3 for middle school. Then there's an interview process where you have to go, it's a group of your peers and answer interviews, and there's a rubric. And then from that, they select 1 middle school principal and 1 high school principal of the year. And so I was fortunate and blessed enough to receive that award this year.
Awesome. So you, congratulations on such a big award. We're super excited to have the Texas High School Principal of the Year in our district. So big congratulations from the community and from the school district. So talk to us a little more about that process. And so I know it's not just you're nominated and they select you. There's some things you have to go through. So talk to us about that process.
So a lot of applications and paperwork that you have to fill out and show what your school's doing. And the thing about an award like this is it's not one person. It's a lot of people working behind the scenes and being support. It starts with Dr. Knowlton and the board and allowing us to step out and try things and work outside the box. The CNI team, the central office support staff on down to our campus and our kids. And so you have to demonstrate what you're doing academically, what you're doing culturally, what you're doing all around. So they're looking for someone that's encompassing everything that a principal should be. And so it's a truly a group effort, so you're submitting your scores, from SAT to STAR scores. You're looking at what initiatives do you have going on, what things are you doing in the school to promote and give kids opportunities and experiences, and we just have a lot of great things going on, and that's because of the great people of community, and our kids do amazing things, and so I was able to brag on our students and brag on our staff. And so you do go through that process twice, at the regional level and then at the state level. And then the interview process is pretty intense. There's a lot of questions about, okay, these are the things that you said you're doing, so how are you doing those? How are you implementing those? Looking at, the views of education, where it's at, and how are you trying to help better education? And fortunately, man, I've got just a great staff and a great team, and we're doing great things. And, so I was honored to be able to represent that, but it is definitely a representation of everything we're doing, not only at the high school, but at the district level.
Awesome. So I know this is a continual process, and there's still some things to come in the future. So what's kind of the next step with TASSP?
So several opportunities to be recognized. Archie McAfee, who is the president of TASSP, is coming to the board meeting Monday night, and he'll have a recognition there. And then the midwinter TASA conference, which is kind of like TASP, but for superintendents in central office. I'll get to be recognized there. I'll also be recognized this summer at the TASSP conference. They have a large conference in Austin, and so I'll get to go down there and be recognized at a dinner. And so, it's a humbling experience. I feel very blessed, and I say it all the time. I think God's good, and I feel very blessed, and so a lot of opportunities to get to celebrate not only myself but my staff and my team, and the great things that we've been able to do.
Awesome. We want to congratulate you once again. What a phenomenal award. So many school administrators seek to be it, and you're it. So congratulations. What are future goals for community high school?
So we are always looking to where we can improve, and I actually met with our department heads this week, and that was one of the things we're talking about. We're going into the hiring process, and so we're looking at how can we improve, as we add staff, as we want to continue to have that high level of success and expectations, and so we really work as a team. We have a vision committee, which is made up of our staff. And basically we come together and we're like, okay, where are the areas that we can get better at? And so we're always looking for those areas, because I think as being an educator, you're a lifelong learner. And so, man, we're doing really great in a lot of areas, but we want to continue to expand that and continue to look for those areas, not only in academics, but in extracurriculars. We want to continue to expand and continue to just keep getting better and better.
Awesome. That sounds fantastic. So you've been a teacher coach in the district. You've been an assistant principal. You've been a middle school principal. You've been a high school principal. You've made tons of memories. Your kids have gone to school here. Your wife works in the district. If you had to narrow it down to one favorite memory, what would that be? Man,
that is tough, because I have a lot of really good memories here. I'd have to say it's probably going back to when I was at Edge Middle School, and we did a color run, and as we're running through and kids are throwing colors on you, and at the end of the day we're just covered in colors, and I've got that picture in my phone, and it's always a good reminder of a good day and good time with kids, and so that's one that sticks out. But man, there's so many good memories. It's sure tough to narrow it down to one.
Awesome. Fun times. Middle school is a fun place to be.
It is.
And I'm sure middle school kids getting to throw stuff at you had to be a blast as their administrator. So once again, thank you for being here tonight, Dr. Ryan. Dr. Ryan will stick around to answer any questions at the end of the show. And so we really want to just say we're so proud of what you've accomplished, and know that great things are happening at Community High School and will continue to happen under your leadership. So I encourage you, community community, if you see Dr. Ryan on campus or around town at events, be sure to congratulate him. And he will come back at the end to answer any questions that you guys have. So we appreciate it, Dr. Ryan.
Yes, sir.
We'll see you at the end of the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. As we transition to our next audience, I just want to kind of talk you guys through the calendar survey results. So kind of how this process breaks down in the district is we come together as a district committee to create calendar options. Those calendar options are typically first shared with our board. Those were taken in November to our board for just a review as an information item. And then these options are brought to different committees throughout the district. So our Community for Community Committee, Superintendent Input Committee takes a look at these and gives feedback. The superintendent cabinet, the administrators in the district, they all give feedback. And then from there, we put out a survey and really take a look at all of those. And then we start chiseling it down until we get. So we took a survey with 4, we chiseled it down to 2. Those 2 final options did go out. The board will make a final decision on that at the January board meeting, which is this coming Monday night. The 2 final options were the traditional calendar, very similar to the current school year, except that we would end after Memorial Day, or we would work the Fridays in August and then start our 4-day week as we are this school year, which would allow us to get out before Memorial Day. And the winner of that is, as we're going to see on the screen here, is from all of the different stakeholders in the district. You can see here the final results from the parents. This is the end after Memorial Day is in yellow, and the August Fridays is in blue. So our next stakeholder group is from staff. You'll see here, very similar, the August Fridays wins by a wide margin. And then from our students, a little narrow margin, but the August Fridays still win. And then when you look at the total overall results, you will see ultimately that the August Fridays did win 60.3% to 39.7%. So this will be the calendar that is on the screen now that is recommended to our school board on Monday night for consideration and approval. Our next group of individuals here is Mr. Goff and 2 students from Edge Middle School who are competitors at UIL. So we're going to give them an opportunity here in a few minutes to introduce themselves. So we'll start with you, Mr. Goff. Kind of tell us a little bit about you and why community is where you choose to serve each and every day.
Well, yes. Thank you for letting me be here, Mr. Ladd. First and foremost, I do want to say that I'm a husband to my amazing wife, Caitlin, and I do want to say hi to my amazing 4 kids, Lincoln. Hope you're doing good, buddy. And then Tegan Taylor and my youngest, Hadley. A little bit about me. This is my 16th year in education. This is my 6th year in administration. My 2nd year as a building principal for Edge Middle School. During my time in education, I got to teach science and I coached almost every boys sport while there. The reason why community, Mr. Ladd, community holds a very special place for me in my heart. It's where I started my educational career, where I was a teacher and a coach for the very first time. But I also, just more importantly, I love our population. I love our kids. I love our families. And I really just feel that we are more than just a name of Community ISD, that we truly are a community of people that come together for each other.
Awesome. You brought 2 wonderful students with us tonight, and you want to introduce them, and then we'll let them tell a little more about themselves. So introduce to the audience who the 2 students are tonight.
My name is Aaron Barba. My age is 12 years old. I go to Edge Middle School. I have 4 sisters and 3 brothers, and yeah.
My name's Jude McQuarrie. I'm 11 years old. I go to Edge Middle School. I have 2 sisters, and yeah, that's really all as well.
Awesome, guys.
Awesome. So if you guys had to pick your favorite subject at Edge Middle School, what would your favorite subject be?
My favorite subject would probably be math, because I just like using my head and how how it really makes me work.
My favorite subject would be social studies because I like studying about the world.
Awesome, awesome. Those are both great things and things that can lead you into your future that you can really apply later on. So, Mr. Goff, tell us a little bit just about UIL at Edge and kind of what you guys accomplished.
Great question. So UIL at Edge Middle School is really designed to help enrich some of the instruction and things like that are going on our campus, but also allowing our kids to learn at a deeper level and maybe some subjects and things like that aren't being directly taught. And some of the examples are music memory, maps, charts, and graph, chess, and our math pieces. I really am proud of our UIL team and kind of where it's gone. We started competing in UIL last year. We've grown our UIL team by 70 kids.
Wow.
We had 76 kids going and competing this year in our UIL academics. We received 21 different awards, including a first place. We got 4 second places, and then we got 1 third place award for this school year. And it's shout out to Miss Griffin. She did a great job of putting all that together. But more importantly, so many of our kids, we've got 2 of them here today, but 76 of our kids went out and competed and just did a great job and put in a lot of the work.
Awesome, that's fantastic. It's great to hear that you guys really increased that number from year 1 to year 2.
Can't believe it.
Yeah.
70 more kids.
Where was the event?
The event was in Caddo Mills Middle School.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. So you guys went to Caddo Mills and competed. Aaron, why don't you tell us what events did you compete in?
I competed in maps, charts, and graphs, science, and chess.
Awesome. And Jude, what about you?
I competed in social studies, maps, charts, and graphs, and science.
Okay. So Aaron, talk to us about, so you competed in a few events. So what does that competition look like?
It's a lot of waiting, and like when you play in chess, you would have to strategically place a chess piece to improve the other side or your side's game.
Okay. Jude, what about you?
Like he said, there was a lot of waiting, and on the science one, there was a lot of questions, and they were really hard to me. But I ended up persevering and finishing.
Awesome, awesome. So I know you guys make a lot of, I as an elementary principal back in the day, you know, I went and celebrated with my kids at UIL events, and I know you make a lot of memories. And there's a lot of fun that happens when you're in those cafeteria and you're waiting on your event. You may be playing games and having snacks. If you had to pick a memory, one memory, Aaron, what would the one memory be that was just the most exciting thing for you?
Probably just hanging around with my friends and just talking and chilling.
Jude?
For me, it would be playing tag with Jude Wright and Aaron Barba.
Awesome. Well, that's fantastic. Well, guys, congratulations on everything that you guys accomplished. We're very proud of you. Yes. Everything that we do, we really know that our kids go and they compete and they exhibit the traits of a brave when they're there. And so I know you guys did fantastic things, and just congratulations to you guys. Mr. Goff, if more kids want to get involved in UIL, what's that look like moving in to the rest of this year and into next year?
So glad you asked. So what we really tried to do is in the middle of the day we have what we call as our brave time. And 2 to 3 times a week we have what is flex, okay, where our kids get to choose. All they have to simply do is sign up for one of our variety of events, whether it be maps, charts, and graphs, math, right, music memory, or some of those ones that we talked about. They can simply show up, and then they can start to learn about how to compete in a variety of events. And they can choose different ones each week if they want to, until they finally hone in on what they love doing, and then just do that every single week.
Awesome. So we increased it to 76 competitors this year. And what maybe is your goal for next year?
150, sir. 150 kids.
Fantastic.
That'd be awesome.
Fantastic. Well, guys, one last question for you. Why should other students be involved? Aaron, we'll start with you.
I think other students should be involved in UIL because it could improve your test scores, and it's just a great way to represent your school.
Awesome, thank you. And Jude, what about you?
I personally think they should join so we can fight for the Braves and finally beat Caddo Mills.
I like it. Fantastic. Well, guys, I want to say thank you so much for being here tonight. I know it takes a lot of bravery to get behind these lights and behind a camera and speak, and you guys did such a fantastic job. So, Mr. Goff, you guys are doing great things over at Edge Middle School. So, congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
To you guys. All
Yes.
right, Mr. Goff is going to stick around for the end of the show, just in case any parents out there have questions about how their kids can get involved in UIL or any other questions that they may have about UIL. And if you don't know the answers, I'll do the best I can to answer those as well.
Sure.
So thank you guys for being here. The month of January is School Board Recognition Month in the state of Texas. All throughout January, we will be highlighting different members of the CISD Board of Trustees, celebrating their contributions and service to Brave Nation, and giving you a bit of insight into why they are outside of their roles as board members. Keep an eye out on the CISD social media and on our campuses as there are daily celebrations. And if you run into one of the hard-working board members, please make sure you reach out and thank them for their service and time commitment. On the screen, you can see all of our board members. And so if you see these phenomenal individuals around town, I just encourage you to tell them thank you for what they do and how they give back to their community. This is a job that they do for free, and they give their time and effort to make sure that we are doing what's best for kids in our school district. And so I really encourage you guys to tell them thank you as you see them around town. Our next group of students and sponsors are here with us. We've got a group from Roderick Elementary School, and so super excited to get to talk to you guys about skating and what you're doing. So, Coach O'Wright, as the PE coach at Roderick Elementary, kind of tell us about who you are, and then why you chose community.
Like you said, my name is Monica O'Wright. This is my second year in Community ISD, and I am loving every minute of it so far. This is my 11th year teaching, and I've spent 10 of them in the gym, and I don't think I would pick anywhere else to be. I think I have the best job in the whole school because I get to play all day. And I get to teach these kids all the things of their bodies, how to be healthy, how to just be their best self. And I kind of encourage the kids every day that I was never that athlete in school, and you don't have to be for PE. It's not about being the best athlete, it's about being the best for yourself. You only get one body, and you have to take care of it. So I'm happy to do what I do every single day. Awesome.
And you and I, we have a unique bond in that we had our job fair the year you were hired prior to Miss Swain being named the principal. So I stepped in and kind of served as the principal for that building, and actually had the opportunity to offer you the position in the district. You remember that?
I sure do. I went into the job fair and I had no expectation of there even being a PE opening because they're very rare to come by. And I met with you, I interviewed with you, and you offered me the job on the spot. And I remember calling my husband and just being like, they offered me this job. And it was just meant to be. Right place, right time, right people. And I've been so happy teaching these kids. And now my own baby goes to Roderick, and I get to see firsthand what it means to be a parent now.
Awesome. Every time I get to visit your gym, it's just amazing to see the smiles on faces, whether it's kindergartners all the way up to 5th grade. So you're doing a fantastic job in the district.
Thank you.
So talk to us a little bit about what is Skating 101.
So Skating 101, it is an in-school field trip. The kids don't have to get on a bus anywhere, and they get to spend about 2 to 3 weeks every day they come into the gym. Just getting geared up, getting their skates on, learning how to put on their protective gear, and then step by step they learn how to do the gear, how to stand in the roller skates, how to go forward. Our latest lessons have been different turns, parallel turns, 180 turns. Today we got to experience backwards, and they think it's the greatest thing to go backwards because normally I tell them always go forward. But it is an in-school field trip, and I love it because the Skating 101 program, it's offered to all of the students. So even if there's any kind of financial burden on the family, they offer scholarships. So as long as I have that signed form that says, yes, my kid can do it, then we'll figure it out to let them participate. And I love the program because it gets these kids moving in a way that they might not be exposed to before. More often than not, I'll get kids that come in and have never put skates on before, and by the end of the 2-3 weeks, they are just skating around the gym.
Awesome, awesome. It's pretty neat. We're going to watch a few pictures slide across the screen. So just let's talk through just kind of what safety equipment they're required to wear. That's one thing I noticed right off the bat.
Yes, so that's always the kickback from the kids is, why do I have to wear the helmet and the wrist guards and all these things? And that's kind of my favorite part, honestly, because more often than not, these kids are skating and biking without necessarily even a helmet on. And accidents can happen, and learning that safety firsthand, especially when they're young, to build that is so important. So they start with wrist guards, elbow pads, knee pads, skates themselves, and the helmets. And that's always the hardest part the first day. And I always tell them, the first day, you're lucky if you can skate 5 minutes. But this year, it's been great. Even from day one, I think we had most of our skaters up and moving very quickly. And it's been getting better every single day since then. So.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you for bringing such a great opportunity for our kids in the district. So you did bring a few kids with you tonight.
Yes.
So we're going to give them an opportunity to kind of introduce themselves. So guys, why don't you introduce what your name is, what grade you're in, and how many years you've been in community, if you remember.
Hello, my name is Lillian Skidmore. I am in 5th grade. I have been in this school since 3rd grade.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Next.
My name is Carly Ladd. I'm in 5th grade. I'm 10 years old, and I've been in this school since 3rd grade, so 3 years.
Okay. And our last student.
My name is Caitlin, and I am in 4th grade, and I've been to this school ever since 3rd grade.
Awesome.
And I am 9 years old, but I'm turning 10.
Fantastic, fantastic. Well, thank you guys so much for being with us tonight. I know it can be nervous being behind a camera, but you guys are doing a fantastic job. So I want to ask you guys a couple more questions. So the first question, and then I'll ask Coach O'Wright a couple questions. So the first question, and Lillian, we'll start with you. What is it that you just truly love about skating?
Well, I just love the skating part and how we watch the videos and learn how to turn and stuff like that. It's just fun.
It's fun?
Yeah.
Awesome. Carly, what about you? What do you really like about skating?
I like that they show you the step-by-step video tutorials on how to do like all the stuff. Like we've done parallel turns, 180, and today we did skating backwards.
Awesome. And Caitlin, down at the end, what is it that you love about skating?
I love about skating is that you can have fun activities, and you can also learn new things. So if you like skating, it could probably be your career.
Awesome, awesome. Great answers, guys. You did fantastic. So, Coach O'Wright, what do you feel like, what are the benefits and the goals of the program?
Well, it's like I said, it's introducing something new that some of our kids don't have the opportunity to be exposed to, especially being out here. We don't have a skating rink that's very close, so unless you have your own pair of skates, you really don't have the opportunity to go and just go to a skating rink. And so we bring the skating rink to the school. And especially by next week, our last week, I told the kids we're going to start doing the skating rink type things. We're going to have some races. We're going to add in some games. And it's a fun experience that kids don't usually get to do.
Awesome, awesome. So I know that not every kid at Roderick gets to be involved. So who all can be involved, and how can kids be involved in this?
So we start the program in 3rd grade just because shoe tying is difficult, much less all the equipment gear and safety gear. So we start it in 3rd grade. 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders get the opportunity to skate. And the excitement kind of builds even for the kindergartners. They bring them in big crates. And immediately when the babies come in, they say, oh, what's that? Are we skating? Are we skating? And so every year they'll ask, do we get to skate this year? 3rd grade, do we get to skate this year? Yay! They finally get excited once they get that 3rd grade master level. And it's building every year now.
Awesome, fantastic. So kiddos, I know that skating for some younger 3rd graders they could be apprehensive or a little fearful of it. Why do you guys feel like, and Lillian, we'll start again with you, why do you feel like kids should be involved in this?
Well, I think they should be involved in this because, well, first of all, it's a good learning experience. And say you don't have skates at home, you can always just come to school and skate.
Awesome. And Carly?
I think kids should be involved because it's a good way to interact with other students and just get along.
And Caitlin, why should kiddos get involved?
I think kids should be involved because that it's like really fun and you can like have fun stuff and learn new activities and new moves and stuff. And so you can probably buy your own skates and start learning at home and be a professional.
Awesome. Guys, you guys did a phenomenal job. So Coach O'Wright, you picked some great kids to come up and they spoke so eloquently and did a fantastic job. So congratulations on bringing the program to the district. And I know hopefully you can convince some of your colleagues.
I know some of them are looking at it already.
Awesome. So we can offer it across the district. No pressure to any of the other elementary PE coaches. But thank you for bringing such a great opportunity to our kids. In an area where we don't have a lot to do, it's a great opportunity for our kids to be able to experience something that they may not get to experience on a daily basis. So thank you guys very much.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And Coach O'Wright will stick around in case you guys have a question. So don't forget to submit your questions into the Facebook chat. And we're going to answer those live here in a few minutes. And if you do not want to ask publicly, please email your questions at info@communityisd.org, and we will get you all of that information. Our candidates, our sponsors, are rolling. I've been in interviews all day long. I said candidates. Our sponsors are rolling back in and going to be in to answer any questions. And so I'm going to scroll through the questions, kind of look at some of the comments we have. It looks like we're getting a lot of big congratulations for Dr. Ryan. Coach Carlita Chandler reached out. Danae Moore. Got some shout outs from Mr. Groff. Looking good. The kiddos, shout outs to the kiddos. Not seeing any questions yet. Great answers coming in. Coach O'Wright, Danae Moore says she loves you and loves all that you're doing, and you are Jacob's favorite.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Carlita Chandler chimed back in and said skating 101 is awesome. And so way to go, Coach O'Wright. So glad you're a part of Roderick. And Roderick is lucky to have Coach O'Wright. So not seeing any questions. We'll give you guys just a few more minutes to populate any questions. As I said earlier, if you do not want to ask anything publicly, please feel free to email those questions to info@communityisd.org. Any other questions coming in? Awesome, guys. Well, we want to just thank our sponsors for being here tonight. Each of your students that you brought spoke so eloquently. Great things are happening, not only on your campuses, but our other campuses in the district. And so we're super excited to see. It looks like maybe a question is coming in or another comment, so give us just a second. So the question is, where can I get a suit like that, Dr. Ryan?
It's a secret. It's a secret. I'm not allowed to share. But thank you for the compliment.
It's a secret. I like it. Another shout out to myself as our guest host, and so it was exciting. I walked in a little nervous, and I feel like I could do this again tomorrow.
You ready to just start your podcast career?
Absolutely, ready to rock and roll. So I want to thank the crew here, our high school students, and our high school AV teacher who helps bring this together, and then of course our communications department does a fantastic job to make sure that we look great up here and get the message out about our district. So your wife, Carlita Chandler is asking your wife what's for dinner, Mr. Ryan. So there's some great things going back and forth in the chat. So our audience tonight, we just want to thank you guys for joining us and learning about the great things happening in Brave Nation. And so if there are no other questions, we will wrap up tonight. So thank you guys for being here. and taking a little time out of your evening. You guys go get a restful weekend, and we'll see you back in the saddle on Monday, ready to love on kids.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys for joining us tonight, and we are